novice engineering. So I can understand why you would dislike Warlock.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we've got a Zulok when you just throw novice engineers in. It's obviously got the life tap, so it doesn't really need it. But I think there's Zulok, there's a hunter, so it's like a mid-range hunter. I think there's like a totem kind of evolve shaman. And the last deck is like a Yogg Mage, I think. So that's the decks they've got to choose from. It does look like we are getting this game finally underway.
It certainly does. So we've already had a couple of quick turns, and we've already got a golden novice engineer on the field. So good start coming out. But actually, I definitely, in fact, we've got a hunter versus hunter matchup, mirror matchup coming out. But definitely looks like player one's got a bit of an advantage to start with.
Well, the novice engineer coming out at the start is obviously going to help with the card draw. He's got a nice animal companion turn 3. I mean, that seems like a solid play. What will he get though? Oh, see, now actually really important he got Leok there because he was able to use the buffed 1 damage to take down that King's Elect.
Now, Tabitha, when you play, have you played a lot of Hunter yourself?
The Hunter, you know, face here.
Yeah, face is the word when you think of Hunter, that's for sure. I mean, what's your favourite of the 3 that you can get out of Call of the Wild? Obviously, it's kind of, you get Leok, which is the 2/4 that buffs your other minions. You've got Misha, which is the 4/4 tank, or taunt, sorry. And then you've got Huffer, which is the 4/2 with charge.
Yeah, Misha or the pig,
It's
the pig.
Always Huffer, and always face. But we've had a complete clear of the board so far on this one. I'm curious to see what he plays here on turn 4. It looks like he is going to go with the Infested Wolf. Incredibly solid card. Obviously, this just came out with the new expansion, 4 mana, and it's kind of like an upgraded version of the Haunted Spider. Is it Haunted Spider?
Haunted Creeper.
Haunted Creeper.
Yeah, it's like his big brother. And it seems like Hunter was a solid choice for both of these players. Like you say, face is the place, and if you're used to playing on ladder, then you know how to use Hunter. You just know to use your hero power as much as possible and just go face. But I mean, this is more of a mid-range kind of deck. So it's more about control. So like we saw a player use Kill Command earlier just to take out a 3/2, which would be unheard of in a face Hunter deck.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of what Hunter has become in this new expansion. But I like the Ram coming out here, gets another random beast, and probably will go for the trade here, obviously meaning he's got complete board control on this one. So now, Tabitha, talk to me. For Rohan here, what would you say the optimum play would be? What would you go for here?
Oh my gosh. Oh God.
It's Rohan, like as in Lord of the Rings Rohan.
I like it.
He's the horseman up against.
So he has just opted to go for the Kodo, take out one of the 1/1s.
I would definitely clear the board.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your general aim, is to clear the board as much as possible, especially in this matchup, as it is just a mid-range kind of face-off. The Ram Wrangler was an inclusion actually by Raven, one of our casters today. He said it, just a shout out to him. He says it's just a card that can provide that extra kind of board control, and it can, sometimes you'll get that crazy kind of just inclusion of a random
King
beast.
Crush.
Yeah, like a King Crush. It can just really swing a game, and just having the extra beast on board can really help, especially with like the Tundra Rhino in this deck, which allows charge from your beasts. And now we will see the Eagle Horn Bow as well, and we can see Harrison Jones in Eden's hand, so he might get some value off that if he does choose to play that.
Yeah, certainly a few options in hand right now. There's also Houndmaster, which, you know, buffing the spider. This is one of the things about the Infested Wolf, is the 2 spiders are beasts, which isn't the case with the Haunted Creeper. They were spectral spiders. So you can buff them with the Houndmaster, which sounds like it's a very small interaction, but in a Hunter deck, that can be absolutely game-changing. But looks like the Novice Engineer is going to come out on this one.
Yeah, that's the card I was waiting for.
That's the extra cheeky little bit of card draw coming out.
So he's actually opting not to use that, and that means Harrison Jones will get full value here. He can play it for card draw, for 2 card draws. I wonder if he's going to notice that himself. I mean, that would be a solid play here. That's exactly what I'd go for.
Can they not hear us?
No, they can't. Well, I'd like to think they're meant to have noise cancellation headphones.
Yeah, in theory they can't hear us, fingers crossed. So apologies about that tiny little bit of feedback that's coming through there.
What he's actually doing is he's attacking into the freezing trap to make it a 3 attack, durability weapon, which means he can draw for 3 if he does play the Harrison Jones.
Which I've got to say, I'm intrigued by the inclusion of Harrison Jones in this deck. This is not a card I've seen in a lot of Hunter decks, but since this is more mid-range, less face, it does make a lot of sense, and especially if you were lucky enough to go against Hunter, it makes a lot of sense because you get that card draw. But Huffer is going to go face, and this is Hunter in a nutshell right here. Hit everything into the face. 2 more turns, and this is a guaranteed win for Eden at this point. And in
There's always
fact,
that,
he doesn't quite have the mana to use his hero power. So,
next turn.
Rohan, he might just be out here, Tabitha. Is there anything Rohan can do to stay in this game now?
No.
Well, there we go. It's going to use the
No.
old Call of the Wild. Does get a taunt up, but I don't think that's enough.
He knows.
He drops the well played.
I think there's always that extra level of stress as well when you're playing on stage and not just at home on your
Yeah.
iPad. Yeah.
And also, it's like you said before, this isn't their decks that they've brought
Yeah,
from
they
home.
don't
These
know
are
the cards.
pre-built decks. But there we go. We are going to have our winner. It's going to be Rohan taking the crown on this first game. So